Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another video, and today it's another tapped out idea. So this one I actually think is quite interesting because I had this in the works a long time ago, and recently we've got an update that is very eerily similar to this update idea that I have here. And so obviously this is our traveling carnival, or I'm just going to call it the carnival event. And it's very similar to the circus event that we've only recently got. So part of me thinks, okay, we probably should hold off on this event for like another year or two. But, whatever. I had it in the works, like I said. I haven't designed this just for now. Like, this has been in the works for ages. But it's only coming out now, so here you have it. So this is my carnival event. I actually really like these types of events normally. Now, I have been a bit down in the dumps with the tapped out currently. I know something about the circus update just doesn't grab my attention. I think it really is just the characters. I just long for like an update that has a good selection of characters, because my god, they've all been really terrible in terms of characters for the last like 10 updates, I swear. Like, you know, there's been like one or two really good characters in there, sure, but it's been like, it's been depressing. But this one, I don't know. I think character-wise, it's okay. It's nothing. Well, it's not like amazing character-wise. I wanted to try and take a lot of the actual carnival people, so I could have like put Eddie Muntz in here somewhere. Definitely, that would make it better. But I think that's a bit cheap. A lot of the time, I'll try and like. I get bored, basically, putting the same characters in every event. So I like to spruce it up now and again. So although the characters in this one aren't that amazing, I prefer them way over the characters we're getting in the circus update. So let's get into it. So the rich Texan needs something to launder his illegal money in. He goes to the school asking all the kids what would be a fun way to spruce up the town. Lisa suggests a fair, but Homer, who's there for Bart's parent meeting, suggests the Duff Garden. So make Homer cheer for Duff, make Lisa cheer for the carnival. I guess not fun fair, carnival. And this will unlock the event. So the 4-act currencies are going to be giant combs for Act 1, cotton candy for Act 2, hoops for Act 3, and horse or pony poop for Act 4. And then the tappables will be carny goers. Just a bunch of like random sort of NPCs. This people going to the carnival. So, you know, you'll have like a guy with a balloon, maybe a girl with like a, you know, like a big teddy bear or something, and maybe a guy or like a woman with like her face painted. Something like that. That could work. So, super premium. So obviously, I don't like super premium, but I always, you know, so it's a chance to add in an extra character, so I thought, why not? So for the super premium here, we've got the Carney Con Man with a stack of donuts for $4.99, pounds, or euros. Obviously, it would be $8.99 or $10.99 or whatever it is, but for this, I've decided to reduce it. This is how long ago I did this, when I used to do the reducing, being like, it would be cool if they could reduce it, but there you have it. Obviously, it would come with a tray of donuts, not the stack of donuts, but you know, I like to be nice. So yeah, Carney Con Man, he literally is a blink and you miss it, literally. But I actually think there's something you could do with his character. I was thinking, I kind of going for like an angle here with Bart in this update where he's like becoming a Carney Con Man. So this guy could play into that a lot in the questline. I haven't really included him in the questline because I like to just keep it short and sweet. But he could kind of appear there. Maybe his questline could be like teaching Bart how to con people. I don't know, that could be pretty cool. So, in the store for Act 1, again, like I said, character-wise, this might not be great. We've got the Screamatorium with the Screamatorium Carney, or you can call it Screamatorium Opera, either one, for 150 donuts. So, really, really cool building. This would be, like, so awesome to get. Character-wise, I know, it's a bit crappy. But, I mean, it's about on par with, like, the ringleader that we have currently in the game, like, the ringleaders that we're getting in this most recent update. So, you can't blame me too much, alright? And then we've got the carnival fence here for 50 donuts. $50. Basically, I know that, like, these fences aren't anything crazy. They are just, like, almost, like, big versions of the wooden fence that we have already in the game. But it's nice to get, like, a new fence now and again. I do find it kind of, like, boring when I have to, like, decorate with the same fences over and over again. I don't like that, so I'd actually rather them add like this big kind of more planky fence, you know? That way I don't have to use the fences, the normal wooden fence, you know? I think this one is a bit different, so you can use it and design your little carnival. So yeah, add it to the store for cash, not donuts, and yeah, be perfect. You can build up your little carnival. So, Homer is still begging for Duff Gardens, but the rich Texan says he needs rich kids with their parents' money to come to his place. So he agrees with Lisa's suggestion. The rich Texan advertised for carnies to come to his fair to make it work. Homer wants to set up a ring toss stand. Marge agrees. Meanwhile, Bart is thinking of a way to con kids out of their prizes, and Lisa just wants to ride ponies. So you make Homer and Marge set up a ring toss stall, make Bart con Milhouse, make Milhouse be conned out of tickets, make Lisa look for ponies, make the rich Texan set up the fair, or set up his fair, if you own the rich Texan, obviously. Make Springfielders earn giant combs, tap 15 carny goers, and you unlock the Colonel Texas's traveling carnival sign. So yeah, you just get this big sign, and obviously you can attach the fences to it to actually design your little carnival. But yeah, pretty cool looking sign. Homer and Marge set up their ring toss stand, and Bart is the first to come. However, he tricks Homer into betting all of the giant combs on being able to get a hoop over a block. They agree, and Bart brings out a giant hula hoops and gets it over no problem. They never agree to the size of the hoop after all. Homer is forced to be conned and to be the conned and the conner. Wait, what? Okay. Make Homer imagine himself as the conned. Make Bart con Homer. Make Marge get mad at Homer and Bart. Make the rich Texan collect carny funds. Make Springfielders earn giant combs. And this will unlock Pigeon Homer as an NPC. I considered adding this as a costume because it could kind of be a cool costume. And the only reason why I decided against that is it's very unlikely now that they'll add a costume and a character, so I decided against it. But part of me does wish this could be a costume too. I think I'd be okay with it being an NPC as well, because it's like a hallucination it's Cuda's hallucination of Homer, so I could be okay with an NPC or a costume. A costume, I think, is a bit iffy, but like, if you see what I mean. But I would like this to be a costume. I decided against it in the end, but yeah, it'd be a cool NPC nonetheless. Just a giant Homer pigeon walking around your town. Homer and Marge need supplies now. More prizes. Now Bart has all the combs. Marge asks the Screamatorian Carney for tips, and he says she can always find crappy things in the reject pile in the Carney trucks. Marge is shocked that so much stuff she'd be happy to win means nothing to the Carnies. So make Marge look through crappy prizes, make Homer look through crappy prizes, make Bart throw out his crappy prizes, make the rich Texan chuck out crappy prizes, or crappy Carney prizes, and make Springfielders earn giant combs, tap 15 Carney goers. You unlock the Carnival truck, which is right here. So, just a decoration, pretty cool looking truck, so yeah. Cuda and Spud visit Marge and Homer's new ring toss game, and they're shocked to see that they're embracing the Carney life, especially when they had such a good life before. Homer says, yeah, Carney life is great, and it's much better than his regular day-to-day. And Cuda offers premium carnival tickets for a short stay in their house. You know, kind of like a hotel. So you make Homer hand over his keys, make Marge run the ring toss, make Bart con more carnies, make Lisa be disappointed there are no ponies, make Springfielders earn giant combs, and this will unlock the Carnival ticket spoof. I think this one could be a building, considering it'd be selling tickets, so I think that makes sense. But yeah, it'd be like a small building, because it'd have to be quite narrow, but nevertheless, I think it could be kind of cool. You just had a little ticket booth. Marge learns what Homer did and is appalled. He was fooled by Cuda for a second time. She goes to Cuda and pleads with him to let them back in their home, but Cuda says no, he's happy here. Marge figures, fine, we must embrace Carney life full time. So you make Marge, Homer, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie embrace Carney life, make the rich Texan begin to launder money through the carnival, and make Springfielders earn giant combs, tap 15 Carney goers, and this will unlock Cuda as a full playable character. So this is definitely a character that I would want. This is a big character to get. I decided to split Cuda and Spud up. I think they're unique enough in themselves to be... I wouldn't be happy for them to be a 2-in-1. I think they're too... although they're seen together all the time, they're too unique in terms of each other's characters that I would much prefer them to be not separate characters instead of a 2-in-1. Like Bill and Marty, I always bring up Bill and Marty, but Bill and Marty, the reason why I think they should be a 2-in-1 is... Tell me how Bill and Marty are different from each other. They're really not that different. Cuda and Spud, they're not that different from each other, but they have, like, some, differences, at least. So, Act 2, we've got Impervro, the Painless, with Impervro, the Painless's tent for 125 donuts. So this is a decoration character combo. I think you could maybe make this a building at a stretch, but let's just keep it as a decoration for now, because it is just a tent with a mat. But yeah, this guy, Impervro, the Painless, this guy actually appeared in Homerpalooza as well as the Carnival episode, so he's a 2-episode character. I think he's made like cameo appearances as well after that. So he's big enough, I think. I think he's a cool enough character. He's got some scenes at least. But yeah, he's pretty cool. Obviously, he was at the fair, so you can't not resist. For 125 donuts, pretty awesome. So Marge is still mad about the whole house situation, but she admits she is enjoying their new life. The ring toss is going great, but they have competition moving in. Krusty with the shoot the clown game. So you make Marge and Homer try attract customers, make Bart scare the rats out, make Lisa clean the cotton candy machine. Oh, okay, I haven't written this in, but there's going to be this whole side quest where Lisa's trying to grab her parents' attention, like, I'm cleaning this cotton candy machine. Like, shut up, Lisa, kind of thing, and then it's going to come back at the end. Make Springfielders earn cotton candy, tap Carney goers, and you unlock the shoot the clown game. So yeah, just be this shoot the clown game. I think they make this quite big, quite long, and when you like tap it, I think this one could be a decoration. Oh, I never really thought about all these things. Like, for example, obviously that's going to be the only building in this case. But when it comes to these, it's a bit more difficult. I think this one could be a decoration instead of a building. There again, though, it kind of makes sense as a building, too. These 3 make sense as buildings. Oh, screw it, let's be nice. This is a building. I was thinking when you tap it. Actually, no, this one in particular won't be a building, because I think when you tap it, all the clown balloons should pop and stuff. So, yeah, we'll keep that as a decoration. Krusty steals half their customers, but Marge is just happy. They still have a steady amount of people coming. Bart is sadly not able to con anymore. Everyone knows about him now. Carney rumors travel fast. Bart tries something else. He's going solo. So you make Bart set up his own game, make Marge and Homer try attract customers, make Lisa eat cotton candy, make Springfielders earn cotton candy, and this will unlock hoops. So this is this little hoops game, basketball hoop game. I know we already have like a kind of basketball hoop game in the game already, but yeah. Also, if you're wondering about like Cuda and Spud's ring toss game, it's actually already in the game. It was added during Krusty Land, just like a lot of stuff from this episode was added in Krusty Land. So that's why I can't really add Cuda and Spud with their ring toss game, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, you get hoops anyway. I know that like I said, there's a Krusty Land one that's a bit similar, but we're just going to call this one hoops, where the other one's called basketball hoops, so I hope it's called that. So Marge is now pissed. Bart and Krusty, as competitors, are stealing all the customers. Marge makes a deal with the rich Texan to buy a rejected item, a dunker, and Homer is going in it. So make Marge set up the dunker, make Homer be nervous about his new role, make Bart rake in customers, make Lisa begin to sell cotton candy, make Krusty get shot with water, and make Springfielders earn cotton candy, and this will unlock the Carney Dunker with an animation for Homer. So this will be a decoration, this large sort of thing with this chair, and obviously Homer will have an animation where he gets on that, and basically some NPCs will chuck balls, and then he'll get dunked in, and then he'll climb out the pool, climb back up, and then obviously do it again. Homer is getting dunked, but still, Bart and Krusty have more of the attention. Even Abe has a stall with Herman shooting paper with guns. Marge thinks this whole thing is pointless. She's never going to be a Carney pro. So you make Homer get dunked, make Bart attract customers, make Lisa rake in cotton candy profits, make Marge stress out, make Krusty get shot with water, make Grandpa and Herman judge people shooting, make Springfielders earn cotton candy, and you unlock Shoot the Star. Yeah, I know I had like a thing. A really loose thing to tie it in, but whatever. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I actually like this one a lot, this Shoot the Star. So this will be a building, as well as hoops. These two will be buildings. And then finally, Marge is out of ideas and wants her house back. She tries to reason with Cuda and Spud, but she doesn't get anywhere. Lisa, though, brings up her cotton candy business as a solution. She cleaned up an old machine and begins selling it out. Cuda and Spud are interested. Cotton candy is a money-making empire, and they agree to trade it for the house. So make Lisa hand over her cotton candy machine, make Marge clean up the house, make Homer run his ring toss solo, make Bart run hoops, make Cuda run Lisa's cotton candy empire, and make Springfielders earn cotton candy, tap Carney goers, and you unlock Spud as a full playable character. Very cool. Moving on, there's a Gills deal. I feel like this one probably will never happen. Not gonna lie. Because I think Adolf Hitler as a character is probably too controversial to add. I don't know. I mean, the Simpsons have him in there, so maybe they would. But there again, they've had a God and like Yahweh and Jesus, and one could argue they're kind of controversial to add, so maybe they'll add Hitler. But anyway, I've got Hitler's car. Obviously, it played a very big part of the episode where Bart obviously crashes the car into a bunch of stalls and stuff, and that's what causes him and Homer to have to be carnies for a bit. So you get Hitler's car with Adolf Hitler as a full playable character. This will be a decoration, but obviously it will have like an animation, so it's a little bit pricey, but it's 200 donuts. Normally like they're 250 and stuff, aren't they? So 200 donuts are a bit of a reduced. Yeah. I mean, it's probably weird that we're profiting off Hitler, but whatever. Tapped Out, I feel like Tapped Out's gone to lower pits before. So, yeah, I couldn't resist with this. Although Hitler doesn't appear in the episode, his car does, so I figured it'd be a pretty cool Gills deal. Or, not cool because it's Hitler, but you know what I mean? Like, cool because it's a historical figure. I don't know. I'm going to shut up now. And then the actual premium for Act 3, we've got Psychic Predictions, $1 with the Carney Psychic for 150 donuts. Yeah, this one is like already perfect. Look at this. It's such a perfect shape for to be added to Tapped Out. So yeah, it is pretty simple. It is a pretty simple building, pretty simple thing. But you get the Psychic, and I feel like we could actually, we could have like a whole deal with her. We could have the fact that she's like her stall keeps predicting that her stall's gonna get like destroyed and her life's gonna get destroyed, and then it keeps happening and she can't stop herself from predicting. This is so funny, Mo and her. Anyway, moving on. Cuda and Spud have set up their cotton candy stall right next door to the ring toss, but the cotton candy isn't selling as well. Guess Springfield doesn't trust Carnies too much. Marge thinks that's not right. I mean, they tried to steal her house, but they gave it back in the end. So make Marge try to attract Cuda and Spud, try to attract for Cuda and Spud's business. Make Cuda and Spud sell cotton candy. Make Homer run the ring toss. Make Lisa lampoon bigots, and make Springfielders earn hoops. And you tap Carney goers, and you unlock the Carnival Lemonade. I have to call it Carnival Lemonade because we already have the lemonade stand in the game already. But yeah, whatever. We may as well add it. Homer is mad that Marge and Lisa are helping those damn Carnies so much. They should be helping him more. However, Homer meets a lady who wants to help, but tricks Homer into marrying her. Marge, meanwhile, has a psychic reading where she's told that Homer will get remarried. I don't know. This is a weird side plot. I don't know why I did this. So make Marge get married again. Make Homer get married again. Make Marge have a psychic reading. Make Lisa help Cuda and Spud. Make Cuda and Spud sell cotton candy. Make Springfielders earn hoops. And you unlock the bearded Carney wife. She's going to be an NPC just because I don't think she's significant enough to be a character. But then I kind of made her significant in this quest line. So now I feel like I should have made her a character. Oh well. Marge is pissed at Homer for marrying this woman. She demands Homer to leave their house and the ring toss stand. Homer decides to seek shelter with Cuda and Spud, but Lisa says he shouldn't have treated them like he did, and Homer is forced on, his own with his Carney wife. So you make Homer roam the carnival, make Lisa send her dad away, make Marge run the ring toss on her own, make Cuda and Spud send Homer away, make Springfielders earn hoops, tap Carney goers, and you unlock Pretzels Hot. Very nice. This will be a building too. Actually, I think that these two could be decorations though. I don't know, it's really tricky, because it's either we have 3 buildings or 1 building. Let's screw it. They're going to be buildings too. Homer meets with the psychic, and she tells Homer he will have fun once more. Homer takes it literally and asks the rich Texan if he can have the fun house. He sells it to Homer for a small fee, and Homer has found his place. So you make Homer set up and run the fun house. Make Marge, Bart, and Lisa run the ring toss. Make Springfielders earn hoops, and you unlock the fun house as a building. And then Homer is failing to run the funhouse on his own and needs some help. Luckily, he asks the tooth chipper operator for some help, and he gives it. Homer gets his funhouse up and running and sells cotton candy on the side. All the other attractions, including Marge's, Cuda's, Spud's, Krusty's, all of them, they all lose their customers to Homer, and they're forced to close. So you make Marge close up the ring toss, make Cuda and Spud close up their cotton candy empire, probably also make Bart close up hoops, make Krusty close down, and make Springfielders earn hoops, tap Carney goers, and you unlock the Tooth Chipper operator. I know this was such a loose way to tie this dude in, but like, my god, I couldn't think of anything else, and I don't like to spend too much time with the quest lines. I just write them out my ass. I don't really plan them. Okay, this is probably like the least good character out of all of them. I think at least with the Screamatorium guy, we get a little bit of character from him. He's this like guy who like really oversells his ride, and it's kind of pathetic. And like with this lady, you can kind of like mess around with sort of the whole fact that she like her thing got hit by Hitler's car and all that. Like you could do some stuff with her. This guy though, I feel like there's nothing to do with, so I apologize. He's like a really crappy character, but whatever. And Act 4, we have The Geek Show with Fantastic Dan for 150 donuts. So Fantastic Dan is another 2-episode character. He appeared in this episode, of course, and he also appeared in that Valentine's Day episode as well, where I think he helps Apu, in the plane. I think it's Apu. But yeah, that would be pretty cool. So 150 donuts for, you get this little tent, and you obviously get Fantastic Dan as well. It'd be cool for him to come with the Whack-A-Mole, just because he's in the Whack-A-Mole, but the Whack-A-Mole was already added to the game, so can't really do that. Homer has the monopoly on the carnival, and Wiggum wants his bribe. Homer gives it to him, and Lisa and Marge are ashamed at Homer, but Bart is on board. Marge says she has a little bit of money from selling the ring toss to the rich Texan, and she wants to open something Lisa likes, and at least try and beat Homer for good. So Lisa suggests, finally, can we get some damn ponies? So you make Marge and Lisa open up a pony attraction, make Homer and Bart run the fun house, make Cuda and Spud go back to ring tossing, and make Wiggum accept a bride, make the rich Texan sell attractions, make Springfielders earn pony poop, and you tap Carney Goers, and you unlock the world's smallest horse tent. So this one's definitely got to be a building. This is just so funny. I really like this little gag. So Marge breaks the news to Lisa she can only get a really, really tiny horse, not a proper pony. Lisa is happy enough, but this thing produces a lot of droppings. However, people seem to love this little thing. Fantastic Dan, he has an idea. Everyone loves animals. They're sick of fun houses. So why don't we try some chicken tricks, like munching their heads off. So you make Lisa stop Dan, make Marge clean up poop, make Homer and Bart pay off bribes, make Springfielders earn pony poop, and you unlock the world's smallest horse. This will be an NPC. I don't think it should be a character just because it doesn't really do anything, but it's so funny. And just have it like walk around the town and make it like tiny. Size it down if you have to. I want this thing to be like shorter than Lisa. I think it should be so funny. And then Fantastic Dan points out the horse is doing well, and the chickens are too. The chickens he pretends to eat are also going well, but they're attracting attention away from Homer and Bart. Maybe they can have some more animal-human hybrids. I say more animal-human hybrids. Have some animal-human hybrids. Milhouse is there, and he wants to help Lisa. Maybe, he's got a crush on Lisa, so he's wanting to help her. And Lisa has an idea. So, she's going to transform Milhouse to Shrimp Girl. So, you make Lisa dress up Milhouse, make Milhouse have an allergic reaction to the shrimp, make Homer and Bart notice customers dwindle, make Marge advertise the smallest horse, make Springfielders earn pony poop, tap Carney Goers, and you unlock the Shrimp Girl tent. This one will probably have to be a building too. I mean, there's only 2 buildings then, so yeah, that would be fine. And then Homer wants to destroy Marge and her business, but before that happens, the rich Texan says he's closing up shop and moving to Shelbyville, because the IRS, they're on his tracks. So Homer doesn't want to move there, but the rich Texan is happy for the animals to stay in Springfield. He doesn't care about them. This is a carnival, we're not a zoo. So Homer and Bart come groveling back to Marge and Lisa. They're selling up shop, but obviously they reject them, telling them both to go home. So they make the rich Texan pack up shop, make Bart and Homer close down the funhouse, make the rich Texan help move things out, and and make Springfielders earn pony poop, and this will be you'll unlock the packed up Carney truck. So I know I've already got another truck, but this one's kind of different, and I ran out of things to put in, so whatever. This is going in here. Packed up Carney truck. It does look very different, to be fair. So I think it's justified enough in my eyes. And then finally, Marge, Lisa, and Dan stay behind when everyone else moves to Shelbyville. Cuda and Spud, Homer and Bart say their goodbyes to Cuda and Spud as they decide to be con men at the next carnival. Obviously, they can't do ring toss. They decide that ring toss is not for us. We're going to con people instead. And they'll be like, wait, weren't you always conning people with your games? And they'll be like, shut up. We're properly conning people now. So Marge and Lisa are asked if they want Humphrey, the talking camel, as the rich Texan can't afford him. Can't afford to keep him much longer. So you make Marge and Lisa adopt Humphrey, even though Humphrey's like, no, I don't want to be adopted. I'm sentient. Make Bart and Homer put their feet up. Make Cuda and Spud move to Shelbyville. Make Springfielders earn pony poop. Tap carny goers, and you unlock Humphrey the camel as a full playable character. Why not? He's in the episode, so you may as well have him as the final prize, I feel like this was kind of an animal theme, so let's go with it. Anyway, epilogue. Bart and Homer are mad. Lisa and Marge are still occupied with their little zoo, but after seeing Flanders as spending a lot of time there, Marge and Lisa decide to give it to Ned for some purpose. Make Lisa, Marge, Homer and Bart leave the carny life behind, and that will be the end of the update. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed. The questline wasn't great, but, I just tried my best to tie everything together. But like I said, there's some really cool stuff. I've pretty much added everything from that carnival episode. And that way, we can actually design a proper carnival instead of having to shove all this shit into Krusty Land. I really don't like the fact that a lot of that stuff was added in Krusty Land. It kind of annoys me. But anyway, whatever, let's move on. So we've got the Carny Cotton Man, disappear the cards for 60 minutes. So this will be him, doing this with the cards like he's doing here. And then suddenly he'll kind of clap his hands together and then remove, and there'll be no cards there. And he'll do various tricks like that. Maybe then they all fall out of his shirt or something. Con Carnies for 4 hours. That will be pretty much the carnival sign, I guess. Con the police out of arrest for 8 hours. That will be at the police station. Hide stolen goods for 12 hours. So this will be him. He'll have a bunch of stolen goods in his pockets and stuff, and a bunch of it will fall out. He'll be looking to left to right, and then quickly picking it all up and putting it back in his pockets. And then serve time for 24 hours. That'll be the police station. For the Screamatorium operator, or Screamatorium Carney, whatever you want to call him, try to sell tickets. So this will be him at the Screamatorium itself, actually, on the little podium, trying his best to sell, to flog some tickets. Maybe not very successfully. Issue refunds for 4 hours, that'll be the Screamatorium. Try fix the Screamatorium for 8 hours, that'll be obviously at the Screamatorium. Dress up as an exhibit for 12 hours, that will be him, basically dressed up as a skeleton or some shit. He'll be outside the Screamatorium, dressed up as maybe a mummy. Maybe he's wrapping toilet paper around him, he's I need new exhibits, all my exhibits are quit on me, and he has to do that. And then watch horror movies for inspiration for 24 hours. That could be the Googleplex, I guess, or the Aztec if you have it. Any cinema, really. And then for Cuda, we have do the cigarette trick. So this will be him putting the cigarette in his ear and then reaching his hands down the back of his pants and pulling it out. And then maybe he takes a drag and then does it again. So squat in someone else's house for 4 hours. This will be the Brown House. I think we've got to have him squatting in the Brown House and be wait, no one even lives here. Run the ring toss for 8 hours. That will be at the ring toss, obviously, that you have in Krusty Land. Dress up as a fancy man for 12 hours. So this will be him dressed up as in Homer's clothes, going around town, kind of acting like he's a big shot, and then make the prizes harder to get. For 24 hours, that'll be the ring toss in Krusty Land. For Impervro, the painless, we've got Show He Has No Pain for 60 minutes. So this will be him nailing a nail in his nose, dropping the hammer on his foot, and then, holding his foot in pain. Try save his image for 4 hours. This will be at the town hall, I guess, or something like that. Brown House, maybe. Pull out nails for 8 hours. This will be at the hospital. Try a new trick for 12 hours. So this will be him stuffing his mouth full of cigarettes. There was another guy who did it in the Homer Palooza episode, but I figured why not just repurpose that random one-shot character for a really cool animation for Impervro. So he'll just have a bunch of cigarettes in his mouth and he'll be trying to smoke them. And then have his pain removed for 24 hours. That will be at the hospital where he basically has his pain receptor removed from his brain. That will be a part of the quest line. For Spud, we've got pick off flies from the cotton candy. So this is kind of exclusive, but I wanted to have something to tie in with the whole cotton candy aspect. So we'll have a big cotton candy, stick of cotton candy, and there'll be dead flies on them, and he'll just be picking out the dead flies, and then he'll maybe take a bite. Con the school kids for 4 hours. That'll be elementary. Run the ring toss for the ring toss. For 8 hours, that'll be the ring toss that you have in Crystal Land. Crack his bones for 12 hours. So this is something he does in the episode where he like cracks all of his. It's really creepy. Like cracks all of his bones. So he'll be like cracking his bones, cracking his arms, cracking his legs, and doing that weird thing. And then dumpster dive for Carney prizes for 24 hours. That will be at any dumpster. Then for Adolf Hitler, we have make a getaway for 60 minutes. This will be him in his car, essentially trying to get away. I think that could be kind of funny, but the car doesn't start. Make a public apology for 4 hours. That'll be the town hall. He's living in Springfield now, and there's some people who probably don't like him being there. Probably a lot of people, so he needs to try and get them on his side. Try on disguises for 8 hours. That'll be the Brown House. Hide away from the town for 12 hours. So this will be him hiding in a bush. Hiding in a dumpster. He'll be in the dumpster, and he'll peek out looking, and then there'll be no one there, and then he'll hide again, and then maybe he'll hop out and he looks, and then he jumps back in the dumpster, and then serve all the time. This will be an exclusive 100-day task. Obviously, it'd probably be better if he had more time, but I feel like any more than 100 days, and it's kind of silly. So because it is just it's just a game after all. So he serves all the time for 100 days, and then for the Carney Psychic, we have not again for 60 minutes. So this will be her at her little podium or a little tent. And just a car, not Hitler's car, but a car will come flying towards her, and she'll have to jump out the way. And then her whole thing will be destroyed. Polish a new crystal ball for 4 hours. That will be at her tent. Avoid cars destroying her business for 8 hours. That will be at her tent. Give a reading for 12 hours. This will be at her tent. Pretty much just reading tarot cards and tarot cards. Tarot? What are they called? God, I forget what they're called. Those cards. And maybe her crystal ball lights up. And then apply for insurance for 24 hours. That could be anywhere, really. For the tooth chipper operator, collect teeth. This one's kind of grim, but you'll be walking around just picking up little teeth, and just putting them in a bag. Apply cheap fixes for 4 hours. This will be at the tooth chipper if you own it. If you don't own the tooth chipper, it will just be at the Carnival sign. Ignore screams for 8 hours. Run the tooth chipper. Unfortunately, this one will have to require the tooth chipper, but the tooth chipper is a building that everyone can realistically get at some point legitly. It doesn't cost donuts. It does just cost a bunch of tickets. So it's a bit unfortunate, but it's an animation that I feel we have to have. And he'll just be sat outside the tooth chipper running it, smoking, barely caring at all. And defend himself out of lawsuit for 24 hours. That'll be at the courthouse. For Fantastic Dan, we have get stuck in the whack-a-mole for 6 minutes. So this will be him just poking his head out of each hole, trying to lift himself up, and he can't do it. Yeah, pretty much. Get fired out of a cannon for 4 hours. Oh man, do you know what? I think, screw it, this is an animation too. So, I don't think, wait, does Fantastic Dan, I think he also appears, does he also appear in the PI episode, the one with Dexter Colt? I think he appears in that one too. So I think he's getting fired out of a cannon. But anyway, I really want this guy getting fired out of a cannon. So this is going to be a bonus animation, okay? Just like Sideshow Mel's. Be fantastic for 8 hours. That'll be, it's very vague, but why not? That'll be the town hall. Fly around town for 12 hours. This will be him in a tiny little plane, like a crop duster, kind of just flying around town. And chase chickens. This will be in the tent that he comes with, the geek tent. Yeah. And then for Humphrey, the talking camel, we've got sing and dance for 60 minutes. This will be him singing, tap dancing. Maybe he's got a little cap on, a little black cap, and he's singing, he's trying to be a star, Run away, but he's getting, the scientists don't want him. So run away for 4 hours. This will be Brown House. Attract carny goers for 8 hours. This will be the carnival sign. Run away from scientists for 12 hours. So a bunch of random kind of NPC scientists are just running after him, and he's just running around the town. Yeah, I think that could just be a really funny animation. And then give a speech about camel rights for 24 hours. That'll be at the town hall. Actually, you know what? Humphrey the Camel was the worst one. I couldn't think of anything for him, so I just went with a generic camel rights. Anyway, yeah. That's all I got. That's my little carnival event. I hope you have enjoyed it. I personally think this has got potential, especially this episode and all this stuff. I think there's good potential here. Character-wise, I know it's a bit weak in aspects, but to be fair, I think if you're going to have an event based off this episode, you need to have, at the very least, Cuda and Spud, obviously. I think Impervo the Painless is a pretty necessary one, just because he's fairly big-ish. I would like it if they were to add Hitler with his car, but obviously that's dependent if they want to go that, if they want to go down that route. And Fantastic Dan, I also think is necessary because again, he's a reasonably, not a big character, but he's appeared in more than one episode, so I think he, at the very least, should be added in this event. And also Humphrey the Camel, just because, although it was just like a side joke, he has lines and his names and all that, so why not? But anyway, that's my little event, so tell me your thoughts on it. Do you think this what I've designed here would be better than the circus event, or do you think the circus event is better? Let me know, I'd like to hear. And anyway, tell me your thoughts. I shall see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.